Hello, Libra and cross watchers. Thank you guys so much for joining. Today we are going to take a look at your weekend guidance message for January 24th through the 26th. Please keep in mind, guys, the messages here on YouTube are general. They're not going to resonate every time with every person. More than welcome to check other signs within your birth chart. It's really about the title. If there's something in the title that resonates, there's most likely something in the message. I also do a drawing here every month for a free personal reading. If it's something you want to get entered into, you are more than welcome. All you have to do is comment your astrological sign below. And last but certainly not least, Libra, I pull a power thought card at the end of every message just to give it that little positive boost. So I feel like somebody's taking off a mask here. Exactly what's going on. So underlying energy is truth be told. This is getting down to the truth, being honest, right? The truth being revealed. And then we have regeneration, all that glitters, and higher powers. So I feel like there's definitely somebody coming back for those of you that are going to resonate with this message. There's somebody coming back on your path that I feel like has taken off their mask, right? All that glitters talks about taking off a mask to reveal the bad apple underneath, if you will. Or maybe a better way to phrase this is revealing that shadow side, right? Revealing secrets. I'm definitely getting the sense that this is being divinely orchestrated. Because we have higher power here, but also because if you look at these two cards have a face hidden. Not so much regeneration, even though you see the light, but look at these two cards right here up closely. You see a face right here and a face right here. See that? Something is directing traffic, if you will, here. Something's orchestrating this behind the scenes. So let's see here, Libra, what we can see for you guys for this weekend. Most important message for Libra Spirit. What does Libra need to see about this truth that's being revealed? Now, remember, when somebody comes back into our lives, when there's a reconciliation, that doesn't mean we have to accept. We still have free will, okay? But I do feel like there is a need here to be open to the message, be open to what's going on here, right? What's going on underneath the surface. So let's see, we have Judgment in reverse, Lovers in reverse with the Three of Pentacles. The rest of the spread out here, and then we will talk about this. Nine of Pentacles, Page of Cups. Ooh. So what I see here, Libra, is there's definitely been a separation, okay? And I feel like at one point you felt very connected to this person, very drawn to them spiritually, okay? But I feel like you're breaking these ties. The Eight of Swords in reverse. This talks about no longer being trapped, no longer being confined, changing your thought pattern, right? Because Eight of Swords in the upright is being stuck in your thought, in your head, not wanting to see the correct path, not wanting to move. But this sense of feeling trapped is all about the way that you're perceiving or thinking about the situation. On the bottom of the deck, we have the World card here. So I feel like, I do definitely feel like this person coming back is going to bring in closure to this situation. But there's a need here to be cautious. There is a need here to be very cautious. Pay attention to the details. I feel like it's something that you're already going to do given the circumstances that you guys have gone through. One thing that I will say, I don't feel like you are going to be able to move forward until you receive this closure. So whether this happens this weekend or whether this happens, there's going to be delays in you moving forward until this process takes place. Okay, Chariot in reverse with the Temperance card. There's definitely a need here for communication. Okay, there's a need to get closure on the situation, not only for yourself, Libra, but for this other person as well. One thing that's standing out to me is the card that's in the middle of it all is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles talks about focusing on self, really building yourself up is how I see this card. A lot of times it'll talk about building up your finances or almost to this completion cycle. I do feel like you are almost to that next phase, but you still have to release this past person. Okay, that's the only way that you're going to be able to move forward. There's something that happened within this relationship in the past. It was very karmic. Okay, the Judgment in reverse talks about karma. Karma basically coming back and biting you in your ass. That's what the Judgment card talks about. Quite frankly, to put it a little bit softer, it's like being stuck in a cycle until you learn your lesson. It's like treating somebody, when we're younger, we might treat somebody badly or with ill intentions, and that same thing happening to us later. For instance, when I was little, I took something from my mom's purse. I think I took like $1 or something because I wanted candy. And something happened to that candy that I bought with that $1. It was like almost instant karma. Like somebody had stolen the candy from me. That was like my first lesson in like, man, this isn't working out for me. This karma bit. Karma usually comes back and bites me in my butt pretty quickly. Some people it doesn't happen like that. Some people it takes a little bit longer to catch up with them, but the Judgment in reverse talks about karma coming back, teaching you that lesson, okay? And I do feel like there was some type of lesson that needed to be learned within this, surrounding relationships. So whether it's your belief system, how you were showing up in relationships, something along those lines. Maybe you were at one time a player type or in and out, and then once you went through this dynamic, it changed your perspective. But in order to move forward to that next, newest, greatest thing, you have to have closure from this past situation, because I do still feel here, Libra, that you are kind of ruminating a little bit over this situation, okay? This weekend is when this person may come back to have this conversation. I do feel like readings are presented to those who need it for kind of a heads up, right? So just being prepared. That's why I try to do the weekend messages early, so you guys can have a chance to see them and kind of be prepared. If this does take place this weekend, you'll know, you'll have a conversation. What I recommend here, Libra, is getting clear on what you want the outcome to be. Because I feel like you probably know who I'm talking about already. So when this person does come back, you want to know what to say, right? So in order to have that conversation ready, I suggest kind of maybe writing it out, what you want the outcome to be, thinking about it. a little bit. If you're ruminating over this person coming back, let's take a little bit of time with that thought process to focus on what we're going to say if this person comes back. And so focus on what you want the outcome being. Do you want to reconcile? Do you want to get back together? Or do you think that there's been too much water under the bridge? You maybe have another partner. You just want closure from this situation. You have to decide what it is that you want the outcome to be, and then take it one step further and ask why. And then do the planning from there. You know, what you want to say. If you want this to come together, you're going to know, okay, what steps do need to happen before that can take place. Or you're just ready to let this go. So I feel like this reading is being presented to you, Libra, to help you to decide that, right? To help snap you into gear and like bring attention to that part of your life, okay? I am going to do an extended reading. If that's something you guys are interested in, the link will be below. In the extended, we look at this person's position, right? What their intentions are, what they're coming in as. I'll also try to see where this is headed, right? Where this is going. Even though you have the power of free will, you can change this at any time. You can decide to reconcile or not. It's all up to you. However, every action you take always has a reaction, right? So that's what tarot is kind of for, to kind of help guide you and to make the right decision or make the best decision for your best interest. We'll pull out the Psychic Tarot. I even have a Soul Truth deck that I pull out over there in the extended. So if it's something that you guys want to see or get in on, the link is below. The Power Thought card that's coming out for you, Libra, is I am worth loving. So obviously there's something here with relationship dynamic that I'm feeling. Maybe it's how you are showing up in relationships and your perspective is changing now, but you still need closure on this past before you can move forward. Okay? I do not have to earn love. I am lovable because I exist. Others reflect the love I have for myself. I am worth loving. So, Libra, that is the message I have coming out for you guys. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, sharing the content. You guys are amazing. And I look forward to seeing your beautiful souls again soon. Namaste.